Yes.
Yep.
Episode 6. We back out there. We with the dogs.
They don't shut the fuck up.
Backyard therapy.
Backyard Therapy Podcast was good. It's your boy Saint Dior.
It's Francois.
So, episode 6. It's been pretty dope, man. You know, we've had a couple dope episodes so far. You know, we're gonna keep bringing you guys some awesome content for sure.
Definitely.
We're gonna kick this off with something that one of our listeners asked. A couple questions that they asked, and it's pertaining to something that we deal with on the regular, and it's a topic that's on Twitter very frequently, social media.
Yeah.
And it's the whole talking, dating, fucking relationship labels. Basically, it's like that. We're gonna talk about that.
Right.
Are there differences, and what are the differences?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Because a lot happens. People like to throw different things around. So, I've actually had a girl tell me. I told you this.
Yeah.
I've had a girl come up to me and tell me, "Hey," I asked her on a date. She was like, "Let's not put label on things." I said, "Oh."
What does she mean by that?
I don't know. I'm going to assume that she don't want to label it a date because she wants to be a strong, independent black woman that don't need no man. So I can tell myself.
All right. You know this. I see what you mean. This culture of labels. I guess I'm not with it. I mean, when it comes to labels like that, because what you're not gonna label it a date. Well, that is what it actually is. I mean, whether you want to call it that or not. I mean, I guess maybe she doesn't want to call it a date because, you know, she doesn't want to say, "Oh, I was dating this guy last week." You know,
yeah.
In case it comes off with, you know, another guy she might have been interested in, or maybe just with herself. You know, maybe people would tell themselves like, you know, just the same way that I'm not a hoe because
bodies. You can relate to how do you feel about bodies?
Yeah, right. You know, I suck like 20 cocks in a week, but I don't. Hey, we don't penetrate.
Yeah,
I know.
Therefore,
yeah,
I am not a whore.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. I think it's people focusing, worrying about what other people think. But I think that it's actually what you said. It is just dating.
Yeah.
Unless it's a situation where it's like a group outing thing, it's not a date per se.
Yeah.
But if one person asks another person to go to a specific place or somewhere where it's just them two, where it's not like a planned thing where other people be there,
that's a date.
If I'd consider that to be a date. But I also understand what you're saying, where they don't want to add it to a date because they don't want to be labeled as, "I dated this person, I went on a date with this person," in the fear of how they may be looked at.
Yeah.
Or like how, like you say, the other niggas who you're talking to, they're probably always dating other niggas while we was talking to you. He can't fuck with you. Yeah. Like, they better stop talking these stupid ass niggas, man.
Yeah, very, very dishonest.
Ignorant niggas.
Very dishonest. You know, just people like to break it up in phases. Like there's a talking phase, there's a dating phase.
Should we break down what we think they are?
We can do that.
Okay.
I'll kick it off. You know, a lot of people mix it up. And when I say mix it up, I mean I feel as though my thinking of how it should be done is correct. I may not be, but let me say what it is. Yeah. I mean, okay, there's a talking phase, right? Cool, you just meet someone.
Bang.
But it's not exclusive.
Agreed. I agree.
You know, I feel like you could just talk to a couple people at once because you're just feeling it out. Like, you just want to get a good impression of the person. Then you have dating, which is, I guess a lot of things fall under that umbrella. That could go between, like, we're together. I mean, if we want to be monogamous, then, you know, that's just us.
Once it's communicated.
Yeah, once it's communicated. But once we both touch base and like, hey, this is what we in right now, we're gonna start dating. You know, this is the plus of the talking phase. You know, we heading out. We exclusive if we want to be. That's
more perks, basically.
More perks. Yeah, basically you sleeping with each other. That's just what it is. And then I think being Now, this is my opinion, but when you say you're with someone, like,
I think that therefore means you're
this
in
is,
a relationship.
Yeah, this is now in a relationship. This is like exclusivity. This is like nobody else is on my line. It's just me and you. That's just what it is. And
oh Lord, I got so much to say. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say my list. Pretty much just like what Francois said. It's the meeting. You meet the person, then you start talking. When you're talking, you're not just talking to one person.
Yeah.
I think, and that's one thing I think people should understand. No matter the age range where you is, teenagers getting older.
Right.
When you have to understand that when you say you're talking to somebody, and I think it should go for even, not just the Bahamas but away.
Yeah.
That means that you're just talking to that person. You're figuring them out, trying to figure out, like, if you even like this person. I think a lot of people skip that phase, is go to fucking.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, he's talking. No, y'all never spoke. Like, you don't know that person. You don't know that person.
Y'all never spoke. Y'all just...
You just find you all fucked. Y'all fucked, and you just find out nigga have a whole baby mama.
Yeah, it was just an exchange of...
An
exchange, a business transaction, basically. That's what that was.
That's what that was, without the money.
Right.
Some tie snacking a mistake. Anyway, is the talking phase where you're actually supposed to figure out, if there's somebody you actually want to pursue things with.
Right.
And then there's dating. Now, to me, dating is, going out with that person. I think dating isn't specifically exclusive.
Yeah.
You can definitely move forward and be like, all right, we're dating. Like we know that we like each other or whatever. Something could come of this.
Yeah.
But I'm still single, so I'm going to date other people. And I think that should also be communicated as well. I think that's one of the most important things to be communicated to people. Because dating used to be, dating and going out were kind of synonymous in a sense.
Yep.
So when they say the dating, it used to be like, oh, they're exclusive, and that's where cheating get involved and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the dating's actually what I said, which is dating different people that you probably gel with, that you could see something going further with.
Okay.
Now, in dating, I think that, obviously I said more perks come with that. So if you're talking to someone, you probably shouldn't be shelling a bunch of money and showing out for them because you know this person, you know where this could go.
Right.
Unless there's somebody, I guess, you care about and it's your friend or whatever. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But when you're dating somebody, I think that's where more exclusive things happen. Like, you do specific things for them, special things.
Definitely.
You kind of go out your way.
You go out your way. You take them breakfast or you pop up on the job, bring them something to eat. That is... I agree. And
once again, that should be communicated between the two people so all two of them know, so it ain't awkward. Because so you ain't end up like old gal who get that fruit basket. How her expression was, she was not pleased. I don't know her if she was dating whoever, but she was not pleased with that fucking singer or whatever. But and then there's the, like you say, the relationship phase. So after you date whoever you date and you figure out, all right, this is probably the person I should probably want to be with, then I think that's when you get into, all right, we're actually together, we're in a relationship, it's exclusive. You can have, I don't own you, can have friends or whatever, but this monogamous, cheating and swinging shit that ain't what we on. But, with Bahamians, the shit varies. All people.
That's why communication is so goddamn important, right? To effectively move on to any of those phases we're talking about, where you got to touch base with the other person. It's so many cases where people would maybe it would be intentionally, but you'd grind or whatever, and then people would assume it's like, oh, so we're exclusive now, or we're dating now. It's like, wait,
how?
You gotta draw it in the sand and be like, hey, this is where we're at. If we just grind, and that, like I said, that's just a business exchange. Or if we this doesn't mean we're necessarily dating or anything like that,
Yeah, you should definitely let them know, because people take advantage of that. I know the reason you talk is just yeah, and then
feelings and stuff get involved.
Exactly,
it gets mucky.
It gets sticky. So y'all let us know how y'all feel about that. If we are wrong, let us know.
Let us know. Please let us know.
Tweet us, whatever, comment. And we'll respond for sure.
So, listen, this probably doesn't happen so much in Bahamian society. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just hanging out with the wrong sector of people. Maybe I'm just not in the right places. But do women really take men on dates?
Now, I've seen it on Twitter. I haven't seen it over here. At least I haven't seen anybody ever admit to it.
Yeah.
I don't know of any of my male friends that have been taken on a date. But I can say, well, an American girl took me on a date.
Yeah.
Because she was really like me. She wanted to talk to me and whatnot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it a date, but females have taken me out before over here. But it's not like, hey, look, I like you. Let's go do something. I'm paying this and that. That's never happened.
Yeah. Let's separate it, because again, we were just talking about dating, but we ain't just talking about dating as in you message someone that same day, like, wait, let's go juice or something. You know, we're talking about girl approach guy. Hey, I'm interested, or trying to drum up some conversation. Hey, let's go out sometime. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
That is primarily what I'm asking, and I have to agree with you. I don't think it happens really that much. I mean, the two of us come from private schools.
Yeah.
And we hang out around private school guys.
Yeah.
But I can't say, and I hang out around some people that ain't from private school.
Yeah.
But you would never see a guy brag like, "Oh yeah, we make y'all," like, not even. No, I ain't even talking about like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because that's different.
Exactly.
I never heard like a dude say, "Oh yeah, wait, this girl like approached me and she was like talking about let's go out and stuff." Never, ever. I've heard that.
I've heard dudes come and be like, "Yeah, but this girl come roll up on me and she just made let's grind, babe." I heard that.
Yeah.
But I've never heard a date or like, you know what I mean? I've heard that. Or seen it.
Maybe it's a lot of the guys, a lot of the dudes don't like to admit it. You know, we're in a society where men like to feel like men. Like they feel as though, women shouldn't be doing that. You should be, I gotta roll up on you, and I gotta be doing that because that's what men do.
That's the trophy. They could tell that story to their boys. They could say, hey, yeah, babe, roll up on light skin, you know what I'm saying? I do this, I do that. She right in the Honda.
Light skin Renancy.
Light skin Renancy, you know, she's right in the Honda.
Right in the Honda, I got her. She right there.
Even that's their brag. Yeah. I can't ever see a nigga going, yeah, babe, this fucking on, this guy ran up on me. He said, let me take you on a date, babe.
Yeah.
I say, that's right. Like, I've never heard that personally, so.
Never.
I don't know.
Never. You know, another thing I wanted to ask is, how do you feel about having a relationship with your ex?
I think that can be having a relationship with your ex can be very sticky depending on the situation. What I mean by sticky, I mean it could be good or bad. It could be interesting.
Yeah.
And in most cases, for a lot of people, it's not good.
Yeah.
I personally am cool with 2 of my 3 exes.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool like I see them or I talk to them every day, but there's no beef. I could message them if I want to. They can message me if they want to, and it's not. You know what I mean? I'm
not cool with any of my exes.
I only have 1 ex that's just not a thing.
I have 2 of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not interested. Like, that's in the past. But there's no reason for me.
Yes.
To have a relationship with these people because
it's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary because I'm in a relationship right now, and there's nothing that my exes offer me there's
no gain.
There's no gain to carry it further than when we broke up. What do people get out of that? And a lot of people do keep relationships with their ex.
A lot of people still love their ex, which is unhealthy because the type of love or the amount of love that they have for their ex is unhealthy.
Yes.
And it affects them, and they don't realize that it carries on to their future relationships.
Future relationships, they keep their ex on the line.
Yep.
Or, they vent to them whenever there's an issue in this relationship.
I hate that. I dislike that.
Yeah.
I also dislike the people that use their ex and just go back to their ex to smash. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think that's not healthy for your personal
psyche,
your growth, maturity, because that just goes to show, like, anything goes bad inside your new current relationship or whatever, you're just gonna go back to your ex, and your ex is just as bad for allowing it to happen.
Yeah, because I mean,
now hopefully, not to cut you off, but hopefully she don't expect you to come back to her, because you cheated on her or whatever the situation is, but you're cheating with her.
It's very, as you say, it's very toxic, and what is there to gain?
What are you gaining?
What is there to gain from keeping an ex around? Like I said, we should have brought a guest in, someone who does do that.
Yeah,
who ain't got no shame, who be able to be like, oh yeah,
soon
we'll soon have these guests and we'll bring these topics back so we have other perspectives.
Tough questions.
There's some really tough questions, but I can only imagine you would keep an ex around as just some backup smash.
Just for means of sex. When your main tripping out, just go your fucking ex and smash.
Yeah.
And a lot of niggas and women go back to what they know. I spoke to women about why they allow men to come back after they cheat. One of them at least told me that it's because they're familiar. At least they know what that nigga can do. With these new niggas, they don't know what they're liable to do. And I
sure.
that's horrible that you gotta choose the lesser of two evils, babe.
Sure.
Choose some new crazy nigga or your old crazy nigga.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. Keep that in the past.
Yeah, fuck that.
How do you feel? I mean, okay, I mean, you said you're cool with your exes. I mean, they're not necessarily like you don't necessarily talk to them. I mean, two out of three of them. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily talk to them every day.
Mm-hmm. I don't talk to them at all.
At all.
Yeah.
Let's say you met someone and they were like, you were really interested in them, but they were cool with their ex. But it was just like how they ended their relationship. It was just like, okay, we're not together anymore, but we can still be really good friends. How do you feel about that? I mean, I think that's taboo. I mean, that's just me personally. It's like you can't. If that's especially if that's the opposite sex.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I don't like that.
You can't.
And that could be blame it on insecurity on my part. Sure. I don't like that. I don't want that.
I don't know if it's insecurity, way, because me personally, I don't trust people. Man.
Yeah, I don't trust people. I don't give a fuck what gender you are.
Yeah, exactly. I don't trust. You know, it may sound bad, but it's like I don't trust that ex. Like, what is their intent? I don't know them.
Yeah, I don't want to know them.
I
don't know them. I don't want to know them. And the same goes for niggas. That like one thing I definitely learned from the ex I don't talk about is I don't like male best friends.
Definitely.
I don't fuck with that.
That is not okay.
And sure, yes, your girl could go fuck another girl who's her best friend. I don't give a shit.
Sure.
I just don't want no nigga that I saying. I don't want no greasy nigga.
Wait, listen to me, wait.
I want no greasy bitch friend right girl.
Tio, ain't no thing. There's no such thing as a male and a girl having a male best friend, way. That is literally just a smash.
Yeah, it is.
That's all it is.
A smash.
That is all it is.
It's the greatest friend with benefit. The fun.
That is the
fun friend.
The fun friend. That is the greatest title you could have with the opposite sex.
Because you could always be like, oh no, I would T. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, but you can trust T.
Yeah, you can trust. Oh, I'm sleeping over by T tonight. It's straight.
That's straight.
Wait, fuck that, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that, best. Fuck that, ex. Still cool with your ex shit. I can't do that. Like,
no, sir.
Like to that level. Like, sure, if you're no beef, but y'all still cool and y'all still communicate on the regular, no. I don't communicate with my ex on the regular.
No.
I don't talk to them at all. They just there, and like, cause we follow each other on social media.
Right.
It's to the point where the first ex was like, we literally dated for like a few weeks, and we were just cool, and we liked each other. But I just knew that I was a young nigga, and I was gonna be very ignorant. Yeah. So I refused to hurt that girl. The second ex, I was like, look, we're dating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like that's where that situation is gonna go. And she moved on. She has a whole fucking child now. So everything's cool. But the third,
well, I'm not really. I don't communicate with any of my exes. I don't follow them on any social media. Like, no friends on Facebook or nothing. So, Yeah, those ended kind of bad, but whatever.
Exactly.
That's neither here nor there.
And that goes the same with my third. Like it I think it also depends on how it ends. When it ends on such a sour and horrible note, there's nothing to go back to.
Yeah.
And I could never understand when people have those type of toxic relationships, and especially if there's not a kid involved, what are you going back to?
I want to say that has a lot to do with their upbringing, man. That's Stockholm syndrome. This person abusing me. I love them.
I love them.
I don't really,
This is what I know what love is.
I don't really trust anyone else. You beat me, but that's okay because,
No. Pops used to be mom.
Yeah, Pops used to be mom. Pops used to beat me.
Mom used to be Pops.
Yeah, it's kind of okay. So, it's sad.
Yeah. But, these things happen. Don't cheat. It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
This ain't fucking worth it.
Let's move on to some hip-hop. We got
the hippity hop.
Hippity hoppity. We got some cloud chasing rappers. More specifically, we were watching. Interestingly enough, we were watching some DJ Vlad the other day.
Yeah, because that was off the trip. We were watching Trap Law Ross.
Right.
And it was about Slim Jesus.
Yeah.
Everybody. Y'all remember fucking Slim Jesus?
Yeah.
He is that white rapper Drill from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And he came out with that Drill Time.
Yeah.
And
everybody knows.
Everybody remember it. If you don't remember it, go look it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty interesting. It was a viral moment. And we were just looking at how people go on Vlad and just tell. Like, these rappers just go on Vlad and incriminate themselves. Constantly and repeatedly.
Yeah.
Not him per se, but
You're right. We touched on that a little bit earlier. When I say earlier, I mean like in a previous show. But these dudes really just go on Vlad and tell everything. Slim Jesus was on Vlad at least 7 times.
Yes.
That at the time, I think the first interview was DJ Vlad's most popular one.
Yes.
At like 2 or 3 million views.
Mm-hmm.
So he was making bank off of that dude.
Off of a nigga telling.
And on
himself.
Yeah, and we have the reason why I brought it up because Montana 300. We saw a tweet. He was like, "Oh yeah, Slim Jesus featuring Montana 300. Coming out soon." It's like,
and this is literally right off the back of him dropping Drill Time and going viral.
And we see that over and over and over again. We even see it sometimes in pop culture nowadays. With recent rap songs, we have very popular artists hopping on the backs of dudes that are just coming up who have like this hit, like one hit or maybe 2 songs, or maybe some really good talent. They start that's just gross, man. All the tweets about it. Oh, I'm getting a song up. All the FaceTime.
The pictures.
Yeah, pictures, the FaceTime. Taking the picture of the FaceTime. Oh, I'm on a call with Slim Jesus. It's like, hey, that is so...
Look at me on a phone call with Birdman and Slim Jesus talking about Drake, Nicki, and Wayne and how he can sign them. Like, get out of here, dog. Why are you doing this?
That is maximum clout chasing me, way. That is gross.
Yeah, cloud chasing is pretty nasty.
Yeah,
I hate it. It's just a part of hip hop that I'm not for.
What about T.I. and Tiny, bro? We had some rumors about them. What about that?
Now, I've been seeing these rumors swirl recently, right?
I mean,
they're pretty egregious. They're fucking disgusting. From what I've read,
these
DMs that people have been sending, allegedly, they have been underage. They haven't even said all the genders, I guess, females or males.
Yeah.
They go there, and they literally multiple accounts of them feeding them drugs, platters of different drugs, pills and jars and shit, and it's like crazy. And saying different celebrities letting T.I. is allowing other celebrities and males to fuck Tiny, and like T.I. is doing whatever. Like, what's going on?
That doesn't even sound right. The last part about him letting other...
Apparently that's the fuck what they're saying.
I don't know, way. I gotta see the proof, way, because these
DMs.
It was DMs. It wasn't even like actual DMs between T.I. and like this child or something.
Yeah, of course not.
It was just like someone like writing in, oh, I have this story
that I was there and this happened. Yeah, so it's like
I'm not gonna downplay anyone's trauma. If that stuff actually happened or happens to you, it's very sad. But I am kind of sick of just this culture. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. This culture of hopping on, celebrities. And, if these celebrities are wrong, like Bill Cosby, you have the dude that owned that basketball team, the Clippers, a couple years ago, who was just, like, caught on tape, like, oh, yeah, but, fuck these niggers. I own them. They're just slaves. It's like stuff like that. They actually deserve kind of what they get. But these are some wild allegations, man. I mean, is that, do you think that's founded? Like, does T.I. have a shady past? When it comes to
this type of thing, I held or hold T.I. to a higher regard. I can't. It would destroy me to learn, not as a rapper or whatever, but just like as a person and how he talks about his morals and what he stands for.
Right.
It would fucking destroy me as a person, as a black man, to learn that T.I. has been feeding, or whoever's around him, or is allowing people to be fed drugs at his place.
That's why I say.
You should not be doing that.
That's why I say.
You and your wife could do whatever. I don't give a shit if you letting dudes do whatever. I have no proof or whatever. Or that's your business. But my thing is with the underage or the young females, impressionable ones or males, and feeding them drugs and not food. Like what do you like? I don't like that.
And some of these stuff were like from 5-6 years ago. Some of these allegations.
Exactly. I saw one in 2017.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I understand, somewhat the psychology of, people who are often a victim of, like sexual violence and anything like that. They stay silent because, they're afraid of people making fun of them, the repercussions, the people around them making fun of them, being mocked in society. Yep. I believe that. Mm-hmm. But coming out like 5 years later, especially on the bandwagon of like one allegation, and then, on the other side of this, people who are often like saying these false allegations, like go on Twitter, like, oh, this person raped me, and then you basically slander this person's name, really, and being accused of like some sexual assault. Nowadays,
that's character assassination at that point.
Bro, you are dead.
You're done.
You're finished.
You're not coming back.
You're finished.
You're not coming back from that.
And we have a lot of cases of that, especially in the last like 10 years, of people just being accused, and then like there's a bunch of people popping up,
like,
and then
he did this.
Oh, he did this and he did this, and then it turns out that it didn't happen or it didn't really happen to that degree, and a lot of people are just like popping up and just saying these like false allegations just to get like clout. Is that what it's about?
It's about hopping on the bandwagon while it's happening, like, because blowing things up to be more than it actually is.
Mm.
And it's also what I've been seeing is like people have to remember, and I'm not talking about like people who rape and shit.
Yeah.
But like when people used to say like inflammatory tweets or stuff that's insensitive now because of cancel culture.
Right.
Back when it was 2012 and 2010 and shit, it was edgy, babe. People used to use the flipping F word, the other F word.
Definitely.
People used to use a bunch of slangs and stuff and jokes and stuff, and like it used to fly.
Yeah.
But now we live in this age where you can't do nothing, babe. So, like you were saying, babe, if you, and especially if you catch that fucking rape, anything rape,
you're
just
finished.
gone.
The internet will tear you apart.
You're just gone.
They will shred you to
when
pieces.
When last year I heard from King Cloud, nigga. Who? Exactly.
What? Who's that?
Fucking when? Last I heard niggas in Atlanta. Ain't hear about that nigga since. The nigga been anyway. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's pretty much it. We getting crunched by the curfew right now.
Curfew's smacking us up.
They slapping us up, so we got to dash a very short show. Where this is episode 6.
Episode 6. We could be hitting y'all with all of this. Episode 7 coming soon too, for sure. It could be a special one.
Look out for it.
Check
the links in the description as always.
Yep.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for liking the stream.
Comment, share, all of that.
All right.
Peace.
Take it easy.